fighters. I'll start off with you, Vitor, to my left. When you got the call to sign on the dotted line to fight Oscar De La Hoya on Saturday, September 11th, what went through your mind?
Legacy. First thing came into my mind is legacy. Legacy is something that you live not for only for you, but for the next generation. And I believe, as soon as I heard that, I said, this is the most important fight that I will have in my career. It's fighting, I call him the prophet of boxing. He opened the Red Sea of his sport. I opened the Red Sea of my sport. It's literally colliding. It's going to be a war, like Ryan said. It's a real fight. We're not here to dance. Both of us, we have history of knockout artists, and we're looking to bring the fight. And this is going to be the fight that we're not looking to sell tickets, we're looking to break records. And Oscar, with all the respect, he's looking not for easy opponents. He's jumping in with the fierce man in MMA history when talking about knockouts.
Well, for you, Oscar, to my right, the golden boy himself, back inside the ring after nearly 13 years. You could have had various opponents, but instead, you decided to take on a guy who's naturally bigger than you in a different world of combat sports. Why did you decide to select Vitor Belfort?
Well, I've always been in challenges all my life. I've been fighting all my life, basically since I was 5 years old. So I've had every challenge in the book. I've fought the very best, from Pacquiao to Mayweather to Hopkins to Julio Cesar Chavez. I wanted a different challenge, a challenge that's gonna take my mentality, my training to a whole new level. I'm facing a guy who is a light heavyweight champion of the world, and that to me is a real challenge. The fact that he's a striker, the fact that he has the most knockouts in UFC history, I have to adjust to his style as well. There's one thing about boxers having a different style than UFC fighters, but there's also one thing about UFC fighters having a different style than boxers. We have to adjust, and it's not going to be easy, because I only have 7 weeks left to adjust to that style. So that's a challenge for me, and I've always been one to take on the very best, and Vitor Belfort obviously is considered the very best.
You were very adamant about this fight not being an exhibition. This is a real fight. This is going to count on both of your professional boxing records. Why were you so adamant about making sure this was a real fight? It'll be contested over the course of 8 rounds.
Well, this is not a game. We don't play boxing. We don't play UFC. We don't play MMA. I literally said, look, if we're gonna do this, let's do it for reals. Let's not do this song and dance. Let's not do these exhibitions, that we're tired of. This is the real thing. And the fact that Belfort feels great. I mean, look at him. I feel amazing. I feel literally better than ever. And the fact that we both agree that it's gonna be a real fight, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I have no shit to talk about Belfort whatsoever. I respect you, brother. Like, there's no tomorrow. But I'll tell you one thing, we're gonna kick the shit out of each other. That's one thing for sure. And that's what I'm actually looking forward to. Call me crazy, but I'm looking forward to it, I miss that getting hit. For some strange reason, I miss getting hit. So, come September 11th, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Vitor, I know you have a lot of respect for Oscar De La Hoya, but I want to read off a quote that you had in an interview regarding Oscar. When it came to the fact that this is going to be a real pro fight, you said, I hope I don't end up killing him, but everything is on the table. I'd like for you to explain those comments.
It's simple. When a Navy SEAL go overseas, he's having joy in what he does. If he doesn't have joy in what he does, he can come back in a coffin. So it's when you step in the ring or in a combat sport, you gotta have fun. Like Oscar said, you wanted to get hit. You want the war. So it's my whole life is being in wars, not picking opponents. And when I pick the hardest one. And I do pick the hardest one. Oscar is the best boxer of all time. So I'm coming into the sport that he's mastered, and I learned boxing in a different level because I have to adjust to my fight. Like I said, we have to adjust to each other. Like I said, that's my style. A lion, when he's trying to become another type of style, he loses prey. So I have to come as a lion, and that's been my whole career. I'm like coming as that mentality. If I don't knock him out, I'm losing my family. Everything's on the line. This is as real as I get. It's a lot of respect for both of us. But when it comes down to that table, that moment, that say, time is on, we're gonna go after each other. So it's this a generation thing, it's a legacy thing. It's bigger than it's uniting this both sport in one for all. So the best of both, we're united. So I'm looking for it.